When talking about the most versatile players in the league, I like to think of Deebo Samuel or Cordell Patterson. Players that can line up at multiple positions on the offense and can even be placed at return specialist. What makes my pick different is he can literally do anything on the field, even step in at QB and throw the ball effectively, almost like a created player. They don't call him by a specific nickname. I like to call him Taysom TV. Taysom Hill is an NFL Swiss Army knife that has no specific position but quality traits. He's a certified spark plug and a quality piece for any team. You need a first on an offensive drive? Toss him in. Do you have an injury on any offensive skill position? Toss him in. Your quarterback went out with an injury? He can do that too. You could put him in at kick return, punt return, special teams, wide receiver, tight end, running back, and even his natural position, quarterback, all due to his rare intangibles and athletic gifts. He has never played a defined position since his league arrival, despite him going undrafted as a QB from BYU. However, in his college days, you could easily tell that he was league ready, but was plagued by serious injuries his entire college career due to his playstyle. Even with his injuries, one could ask how someone with this level of athleticism wasn't drafted at least in the 3rd or 4th round just off intangibles, let alone how he could have went undrafted at all. I think his age was the factor. Being that he served a 2-year LDS mission immediately after winning All-Idaho Player of the Year in high school, he jeopardized his bright football future after receiving countless scholarship offers to fulfill his personal religious commitments. When he returned home, he had his eyes set on his dream of playing in the NFL. 2 years out of competition, he went back into the high level of college football like he never left. Riddled with career-threatening injuries at BYU, he still balled out and stayed as dedicated as one could be to the game of football. Fast forward to the present day, you can clearly tell all of his hard work paid off. This guy is honestly one of the most unique players the league has ever seen, yet he doesn't get too many touches, which I think may be right because of his role. I did the math to figure out how many touches and yards per game he was getting after watching him break off so many big plays. It still seemed like his stats don't do a player like him justice. You would have to just see it for yourself. In his career, he's been active 81 games and started 34, which average out to combined 6.8 touches and 52 yards per game. These stats were calculated on a 16-game basis, without consideration of Taysom not getting any playing time in some of those games, or being inactive, yet still averaging a crazy 8.2 yards per play combined. 42 total touchdowns and only 34 starts is eye-opening. Like I said, stats don't do him justice, but with 8.2 yards per touch, statistically, that's almost a certified first down each touch. Alongside the fact he's 7-2 as a starting quarterback, it just solidifies my point about being the biggest spark plug in the league. The Saints locked him down in 2022 for 4 years under a $40 million contract, making him an unrestricted free agent in 2026. I think a contender with a high-powered offense like the Chiefs or Bengals should make a move for him, if they have the cap space, because this is the type of player that could give any team an edge, just how he does with the Saints. A true one-of-a-kind player that doesn't care about the shine or the fame, and just wants to ball out and win football games. He can stop a funk that an offense can get into when in the playoffs by stepping in and making a big play. It's all about momentum, and Taysom Hill is the epitome of momentum. If you want to win more football games, call up the Saints and see if you can make something happen. There's a lot of teams that are in need of the most versatile player in the league.
You were Mr. Do-It-All today. 3 rushing touchdowns, 1 passing touchdown. You were making blocks, you were returning punts. For you in this experience today, what was this victory like?